Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 26th. This week, we're going to just jump right in here and take a look at your current general energies in this first row. In your second row, we're going to look at what you need to hear the most right now. And in your last row, we're going to look at any messages from your future self or from your guides here in your last row. Also, at the end, we are going to look at we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards, and I will be answering those as if I know what your question is. Plus, I will also be putting all 3 of those together, and we will be answering that. So if you don't have a question, what I'm trying to spit out right now, Gemini, is if you don't have a question, it's okay, because we're going to put all 3 cards together. I'm just going to answer them as a personalish reading. But Gemini, let's see what we have going on for you. You have this Freedom is Yours card, this horse spirit. So some of you are being set free. Sorry, choking. And I feel some of you are being set free from certain boundaries or something that has been making you feel trapped is what I'm getting in this row. For some of you, it's very clearly from an Aries. So if you've been dealing with an Aries or someone who has a lot of Aries in their chart, then you are being set free from a person like that. This person, I get more dictator vibes. So some of you are being released from someone who is kind of like a dictator in your life, someone who really tried to control you here. And so you're being released from control. Even your center card here, the Page of Wands, there's an element of freedom. You go 7 of Wands, Page of Wands to the 4 of Wands, freedom, being set free. The 4 of Wands is a card of freedom. I mean, the 4 of Wands is a card of marriage, but really it's, the people on the 4 of Wands are already married. So to me, the 4 of Wands is a card of freedom, celebration. It's also an energy of being set free. So definitely being set free at this time. You have the 7 of Wands, the Emperor, and the 2 of Cups here. For some of you, you have felt trapped by a person here, I feel. It's really interesting, this 7 of Wands, this guy, he has tattoos all over him here, Gemini, and these tattoos are all kind of representing different things. It's definitely standing out to me. One of them says love. Then there is a lady or a person who's about to hit another person tattooed on his body. Then there's an anchor and someone wearing armor. And it's popping into my head that, I feel like for some of you, you've dealt with a person where it's there was love, this person here, this emperor type person, but I feel like there were also all these other bad things that went along with it. And he's breaking out of prison. This is not really what the 7 of Wands means. 7 of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card of defending your position at the top of the hill. But just intuitively, I feel like you are breaking free from a prison, probably a person with this energy. And again, here he is right here, and it doesn't have to be a he, could be any gender, but I feel this emperor energy, this dictator energy, and I'm almost getting no escape as well. Some of you, I feel, kind of felt like this situation was hopeless, that you wouldn't be able to kind of get away from a person who has maybe had a hold on you, but you are. If you are not escaping from love, I would say you're escaping from a job or a business, or something that has made you feel a similar way. And you have the 2 of Cups. For some of you, I feel like you already have your eye on someone new in love, someone that is your perfect match. For others, I feel like just saying you are going to find someone who is your perfect match here, Gemini. Pretty straightforward energy in that first row. Let's clarify it. 9 of Swords, yeah, like I said, you have had nightmares because I feel like you felt that you would never be able to escape from a situation. In a lot of ways, this reading is just a freedom reading. I mean, like I said, this whole, this first diagonal right here is just being set free. It is kind of being released. Yeah, King of Swords here as well. And the Page of Swords, I feel you have the Page of Swords right here. The King of Swords is another person. Some of you are already dealing with another person here, Gemini, I feel, where it's you have removed yourself from a situation. This is giving me the vibes of being married as well. Some of you could be going through divorce or a separation here. And it's you're already dealing with someone who is mature, successful, very direct and straightforward. I don't like the Emperor here. I'm not liking the vibes that I'm picking up there. I do like that King of Swords. So for a lot of you, it's you're moving towards someone who is a true emperor on the positive side of things, not the negative side of things. For others, I feel that this is you escaping from worries. On a very simple level, I feel that the freedom you're gaining in this first row is the fear of something controlling you. I even think that over the past few weeks, you've been experiencing this level of anxiety. But the thing that is causing anxiety is control, feeling like you're being controlled. This could be by the government, it could be by people in your life, could be by your boss, right? Doesn't matter. But I feel like that is an anxiety that has been coming up for you here in this first row, and especially in your recent past. The good news is, in your next row, for what you need to hear most, you have the delight card. It is not going to last forever. You are not going to feel this way forever. I wasn't really sure where that was going, but I kept getting this message, not last forever, or something along those lines, popping into my head, Gemini. It's funny because I did another reading the other day, and I was talking about sickness. It's like sometimes we get sick and maybe we feel like we're never going to feel better. Like, I don't know if you've ever felt that, where it's like you feel so sick and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to feel like this forever, right? I get that feeling. Right now in your reading, Gemini, where it's like something has been, kind of causing problems or causing anxiety or causing you to feel on edge. And it's like that feeling of, am I going to feel like this forever? And, is this going to change? And what you need to hear most is that, yes, this is going to change. This is changing right now. Things are going to be improving. How? Let's look into it. You have the Nine of Wands. You have the Page of Wands, and you have the Page of Swords. You are changing this feeling, and this is what you need to hear most, through experimentation, number one. Nine of Wands is a card that says, do not give up, but it also is a card of experimentation. It is my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So for some of you to escape this feeling over here, I feel like experimenting is going to be very helpful. This is also saying that, like in love, for example, you're going to be setting healthier boundaries. In work, like I'm getting a million stories for you, Gemini, today, where it's like in work, if you've been dealing with bosses or mentors or people in work who cause problems, it's almost like with this Page of Swords here, you're just better at like knowing what to watch out for. You're better at knowing what to look out for. So it's like you're not going to make this, you're not going to make the same mistake. I feel like you're better at seeing what works, what doesn't work. You're better at seeing what people are going to cause problems in your life, which people aren't going to cause problems. So I feel you're just like more clear, if that makes sense, with this energy. So you're just better able to set these boundaries. With the Page of Wands here, it's funny because, the Page of Wands here has this magnifying glass on this card, but really I think it should be the other way around. The Page of Swords to me is the card of the detective. To me, the Page of Swords is the card of really looking into things and really examining things, being curious. But I would just say these two energies are together anyway. I feel that you are kind of more on this like exploration thing, this exploration kick. For some of you, I feel you have this like hunger for knowledge is what's popping into my head as well. You are discovering that life can be different and you're kind of like trying to learn, like, how do I make my life different? How do I improve it? I do feel that a lot of you could literally be just like working on personal development, learning how to improve your life, all that other stuff here. I also feel like you're more kind of like in this mode of going with the wind. I'm seeing this like dandelion up here with the seeds being blown all over the place here, Gemini. And it's like you're just kind of like seeing where the wind blows you. I feel like you're more willing to kind of like have an experience. I think this is a very controlled energy in this first row. And it's like the energy of thinking everything in my life has to work this one way, right? It's like you're stepping into this energy here where you're being more open and you're saying to yourself, you know what, I'm just going to allow myself to be surprised. Much better energy to be in, right, Gemini? It's like it's like you've learned that you can't fight against things here in this first row. You've learned that you just have to see where the wind blows you, right? Because it might be very exciting. And sometimes I think like, again, this fixed thinking, outside of this being a difficult person that you've dealt with, this fixed thinking that life has to be a certain way, it prevents you from so many good things. Trust me, I am not to brag about myself here, but I'm the living example of what I'm feeling here in this first row. My whole life, before now, but my whole life, I tried to force things to happen, right? I tried to make things happen a certain way. And it's like now I'm living pretty much, a life that I've always wanted to live, but not how I thought I was going to live it, right? It's like I never in a million years thought this would be some of the stuff that I'd be doing in my life and other things that I'm doing as well. I get that feeling for you, and it's much more exciting. It's led to much more exciting opportunities, more excitement in my life, all sorts of things. And that's what I want to preach to you here, Gemini, is that there are very exciting opportunities coming into your life, but it's going to be not in the way you think. Again, so just being willing to see where the wind blows you and just being willing to kind of see what happens is the trick here. Empress, damn. Gemini, definitely a lot of abundance coming in for you here. You have this strength card. I love the strength card because lately, like I would say starting in 2020, I started to feel like the strength card was more talking about people being an example. We desperately need examples in the world right now, I believe, personally. I believe that we need people to look up to. We need people who do things that kind of inspire us, right? But that's you. This is you becoming someone inspiring. So that's the energy I get from the Strength card. To me, the Strength card, again, starting in like 2020, I started reading it just intuitively getting messages that it was like a calling from the universe to be an example for other people. So if you go on this journey, you will be inspiring other people is what I feel like that is saying. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, well, we'll talk about this in a minute, but the Knight of Cups is your dreams. You know, I always say he's looking into that cup. He is dreaming of his future life, and he's kind of imagining like all the things that he desires to have in his life, and he's willing to take action to get it. So for a lot of you, you're moving towards your dreams. For others, I do feel there is love coming in for you. Someone finds you very attractive. For a lot of you, this is someone you're already dealing with. Gemini, could be a water sign, could be any sign. You have every single sign here practically, so it could be any sign. Someone finds you very attractive, though. You two are going to be like two children together, is what I'm getting, but in a good way, not in a bad way. I feel like this is a good thing. It's like a very playful, lighthearted, delightful type of energy here. So definitely love. There's like a knight in shining armor coming in for you. We're gonna have to get more details on that because I'm not quite, the whole story isn't playing out yet. In your last row here, for any advice from your future self and your guides, breathe. Obviously, I feel like you need to breathe through things, right? Just allow things to happen. This is like a card on presence as well. I think that over here, this is like a lot of worrying about the future, a lot of trying to control the future as well. And so I feel you need to be very careful of that. You know, I'm a Gemini moon, and like I've been having these fears. I told a story the other night where I was like having this super bad migraine, like while I was trying to sleep. I never get migraines, and I was having this super bad migraine, like it was like causing like a lot of tension in my body. And I was reading this book. I was like, okay, why do I have this? And there's this book, You Can Heal Yourself, and it tells you like why you're having certain problems, right? Medical problems or whatever. And again, I'm not a doctor, so do not take this as medical advice, Gemini. But I just like the book, so I was reading it, and I was reading about migraines or something, and it's like the fear of the future. And like I said, I'm a Gemini moon, so I totally get it. And I feel like you just need to be present at this time. This row, the advice I'm getting here is that you have everything you need in your life to be successful right now. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness. And so that doesn't mean you are going to have the money to do something. It just means you're going to have the resources to do something. There's definitely a distinction with that, with the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles could say, like, maybe you want to start a business and you're like, I don't have the money. But maybe you have stuff that you could sell to get the money, is what the Queen of Pentacles could say. Queen of Pentacles can say you have a hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability that you can monetize that will get you the money that you need to be successful in your life. So for a lot of you, it's like you have the resources you need. And but I also get this element of presence here, needing to be present in your life. Five of Wands is a card of conflict, but I feel like you're trying to avoid future conflicts that haven't even happened yet. The Five of Wands is a card of immaturity, but what I feel like it's saying for you here, Gemini, is that it's almost like the conflicts that you're worried about are immature, meaning they don't even exist, is really kind of like the message I'm getting here. And she's like kind of playing with these cards here. I mean, with these guys here on this Five of Wands. It's almost like she's trying to set things up to be perfect, or to be in a perfect order, or to be perfect in some way. That is actually the Seven of Swords to me. The Seven of Swords to me can represent trying to avoid something that you can't, number one, you don't even know if there are going to be any problems that are going to come up with the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is like stealing the swords from the army that is behind him. But it's like he doesn't even know that if those swords are going to be used against him or not. He doesn't know anything. And so I get that feeling here where it's like you're trying to avoid something in the future. But I feel like if you can just be present and just work on what you can work on, if you can just do the things that you can do right now in this very moment, that's what I would focus on. To me, there's like a lot of reasons to be worried right now, of course, right? Gemini, I feel like there's a lot of reasons to be worried about money. I feel like there's a lot of reasons to be worried about health, the future. all those other things, but it really just doesn't do anything. There's a lot of reasons to be worried about who's in office and all that other stuff, right? And everything else that's going on in the world. But, it's like we can worry or we can just, focus on where we are right now and what we can do right now. And that's all you can do. And that, I feel like that's the advice from your guides, is you can only focus on right now. You have the Lovers here. Someone finds you very attractive here, Gemini. That is you. You are coming up in a very empowered place. Empress to the Lovers, to you, Gemini, the Lovers. It's like you're coming up in a very stable, grounded position. I like this. Six of Swords, improvements coming in for you here. Moving on to calmer shores. I feel like you're going through this like rite of passage with the Six of Swords. In the Wheel of Fortune, your fortunes will change forever here, Gemini. So I feel like they're it's like your fortunes are changing. You are moving closer and closer to your destiny. Again, the Wheel of Fortune to me is the card of your destiny. It is the card of destiny. It is the card of fate. It is the card of kind of like the karmic wheel spinning in your favor. The wheel with the Wheel of Fortune is always spinning, but we control the direction. So I feel like you need to take control of that wheel. And to do that, you're going to have to use your powers of manifestation, your vibrations, keeping it positive and all that other stuff. But I feel like staying present is going to be more important for you. I definitely see new love coming in for you here as well. And I'm actually going to pull, I don't normally do this because I don't really do love readings, but I want more details on this love. Six of Wands here. A lot of success with the person here. Queen of Cups, very loving, kind, caring, nurturing person coming in for you. Doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. I do feel that there is just someone who's very intuitive coming in for you here, Gemini. And you have the Nine of Cups, something you've been wishing for sure. So if you're hoping for love, this is someone you have been wishing for, or something that you have been wishing for with that Nine of Cups. Like I said, I feel like the Queen of Cups is just saying that it's a very kind, caring, nurturing type of person that's coming in for you. I do feel some of you could be attracting a person who gets a lot of attention in for you here, but it's like I think they have like a job, that gives them a lot of attention. So you could be attracting a person or dealing with a person who gets a lot of attention, but it's like because of their job, right? But Gemini, anyway, we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3. So feel free to pause this video, and we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. Feel free to pause this video if you need time to think, but and we're going to put them all together at the end anyway. For question number 1, you have the Ace of Cups. I would say yes, definitely like a wish coming in for you. I'm getting like a wish on this card. Ace of Cups doesn't really represent a wish, but that's what I'm getting. So yes. Question number 1. For question number 2, Two of Swords, no. I would say no here. There's something you don't see, is what I'm getting here. In the Two of Swords, there's something that isn't immediately clear to you, but I would say no. And for question number 3, Ace of Pentacles, yes. 2 aces, love it. So I would say yes. For putting this all together here, I feel for some of you that it's like kind of saying that you're trying to make a choice. I feel like some of you are trying to make a choice between like Pentacles and Cups here. But really what I feel like this is saying is that the message that I'm getting for you, Gemini, is that there's a third place. I feel you can actually have both of these things. It might be money and love that you want, and it's like you want both, or it's like success and love, and you want both things. It's like right now, currently, I feel like you're here, Two of Swords. It's like you feel like you can't have both for whatever reason here, but I feel like you actually can. So what's the solution here? The solution here is to just get to work. You have the King of Swords here. This deck has the female versions of the kings in it, and I just leave them in because I don't know, I feel like they were put in here on purpose. But your answer is the King of Swords. So number 1, knowledge, balance, being very direct, telling people what you want. So again, if you want love and money, then telling people that like I want to be in a relationship with you, but I also am very focused on my career or whatever. I feel like being straightforward is going to be your answer here. For others, I feel that there is a victory. Something is growing in your life here with these 4 cards. Something is growing. What? 10 of Cups, everything you want in your life. 10 of Cups is fortune after difficulty. So I feel there's like a lot of success and abundance coming in for you. Love it. This is amazing. So thank you for being here, Gemini. I really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you this week. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Gemini, and definitely enjoy your week.